Do you ever see someone and think, how do they look so freaking good for their age? It's not genetics, and it's definitely not expensive treatments. It's micro habits. Tiny daily things that make a massive difference. These are the kinds of things that when you start now, people will literally start asking you, what have you done? And the best part is they're easy, they're fast, and nobody talks about them. Hello, gorgeous girl, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tracy. I am 50 years old and I am obsessed with all things beauty, fashion, wellness, lifestyle, just all the really good things. So today we're going to be diving into micro habits. These are just those small things that I personally do on a regular basis. Some things are new, some things are not so new, but I'm telling you, they are confidence boosters. These are the things that when you start doing them too, everyone's gonna be like, girl, you look so good. Who's your doctor? What's been going on? And honestly, it's all stuff that you can do at home. And we love an at-home treatment here. So let's dive into it. And if you're new here, join our community. Leave me a comment down below as we get into the video. Click on that subscribe button and make sure for all of you that you click on that bell notification so you always know when I have a brand new video that goes live. Okay, this is something very, very new for me, but I have to tell you, this is very promising, and it really just honestly makes a lot of sense. Now, if you're anything like me, I like sleeping with a very scrunched up face. I am a thinker, I'm a frowner, and I've seen pictures of myself when I'm reading, and I'm pretty expressive, even though I do get Botox. If you want to see a whole video on all the treatments that I've done after this video, you can check out this video next. I heard about this on social media, and it was very niche, and I was like, okay, I have to try this. And I have to tell you, I'm hooked already. So you get a $10 peso sheet of silicone tape or strips or whatever you call them, super inexpensive, and you can tape them on your face. And it makes perfect sense because these silicone sheets are used on your face to help when you have scarring. You can also use them if you've had a C-section like me on your little C-section scar. And what it does is the silicone itself kind of traps in moisture, and it also supposedly helps to stimulate your body's own natural collagen, and that's why it works. When I had hand surgery about like a year and a half ago or something, they gave me these like silicone sheets. And I was like, well, why are you giving this to me? And they were like, it actually really helps to minimize the appearance of scars. So if you're a frowner like me, if you are just a very expressive person, you can start taping up your face. And I love this. It makes sense. Think of it. If you've ever tried frownies, I used to use frownies like back in the day, like when I was in my 20s, because I always had an 11. I always did. That's why I actually started getting Botox. And it just helps to smooth out that wrinkle. But with the silicone sheets, you can do your whole forehead. You can do, if you have nasal labial, which I'm starting to notice just a little something here that I'm not loving. You can do around your eyes here. You can do like wherever. If you've got any acne scars or discoloration, you could put the tape on there. You could literally tape your entire face if you wanted to. Obviously within reason, not your mouth because it's not mouth tape. But this is very, very promising and something that I've been doing, and I definitely notice a smoother appearance, especially in between my eyebrows, which is key, and I will keep you posted on this. But I am in, and it's also $10. If it worked on my hand, I know that it'll work on my face, so why not? So you do your skincare, you wash your face, and then you just start taping up your little face. And gorgeous, glowy skin, looking younger. We love a micro habit like this. Okay, so I was a dancer for most of my life, and by the time I got to university, I changed from being a ballet slipper girly to having to dance bare feet. And so what that required was me really destroying my feet by dancing barefoot and creating calluses, which as a dancer you actually want on your feet. But now that I'm 50 years old, I don't want those calluses on my feet. But I'm not willing to do all kinds of weird things to get them off. But here's what I do instead. Silicone socks at night. Genius. So basically, it could be at night, it could be during the day. So I love using castor oil, which is very thick. I use one that's organic, it's all natural, and it's really, really hydrating, deeply hydrating, like it penetrates deep. So what I like to do at night is after I take a little shower or a little bath, I'll put a little castor oil on my feet. Now I've been doing that for a while, but the silicone socks, game changer. It just seals in that hydration. Now, if you're a person like me that tends to get hot at night, you don't have to do it while you're sleeping. You could do it while you're watching a little showy show on TV, or if you're doing a little online shop, or whatever you're doing at night, reading a book like a normal person, right? Put the silicone socks on with the castor oil, and I'm telling you, beautiful, baby soft, healed, moisturized, just really nourished feet, which is gonna make you look younger than having crusty biscuits. Now, I have mentioned this before, that I am a frowner, I'm a deep thinker, and I like to think it's a sign of intelligence, but did you know that you might be causing wrinkles while you sleep? Now, many, many months ago, probably about like 8 and 9 months ago, I started using my Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow. When I tell you, it is an absolute game changer for your sleep. And most importantly, for your skin. Because think about it, when you're sleeping at night, you're basically cramming your face into a pillow. I'm loath to admit it, but I'm actually a stomach sleeper, which is probably the worst thing for your face. But the Sleep and Glow pillow, the way it's designed, it was designed by an orthopedist, where it just cradles your face. So you're in perfect alignment, but also your skin is not being crushed into the pillow. So it's really, really effective for side sleepers, and it has just made such a difference on my skin. And the Sleep and Glow pillow's orthopedic design, it really helps to keep correct body positioning, contributing to overall better health and reduce neck, back, and shoulder pain. In fact, when I first started using it, I was waking up and just having like a stiff and achy neck every morning. And so not only does my skin look more glowy because I'm not cramming my face into a pillow anymore, but my neck, I don't have neck pain, I don't have that stiffness, I don't have that achy feeling anymore, and I know it's because of my Sleep and Glow. And this isn't just theory, Sleep and Glow really has clinically proven results. Dermatological research shows a wrinkle reduction in 87% of participants within the first 3 months. Nasolabial sleep wrinkles up to 52% reduction, vertical forehead wrinkles up to 67% reduction, and even wrinkles around the eyes up to 61% reduction. And we love supporting women, so in support of Women's Day, Sleep and Glow has a 15% sale happening right now. This is one of their best sales, and they really, really do not offer discounts, so you'll definitely want to check it out. I'll leave all the information down below in the description box. If you don't know where the description box is, just underneath the title of today's video, click on more, and then if you're on mobile, you have to click on more again, and you'll see everything there. So definitely check out Sleep and Glow. I'm telling you, we can be pillow twins because I use mine legitimately every night. It is a game changer for my sleep, for my posture, and most importantly, for my skin. Now, as we get older, it's really bizarre, but like everything sort of starts fading. And I started noticing this, especially once I got into like my mid and my late 40s, but now at 50, I'm like, girl, hang on, what's happening here? So I've noticed that using a brow and a lash serum is really, really important now. Now, why is this a good micro habit for you to start adopting? We get drier, our skin gets drier, we get gray hairs, we start losing hair, everything gets a little bit finer, and I am not one that's going to get my eyebrows microbladed. I thought about it for a second, I'm just not gonna do it. It's too much of a risk for me. I don't wanna do the powdering, I don't wanna do any of the treatments for it. It's just not something I'm willing to chance of not liking it. And then with my lashes, I used to do lash extensions, and I noticed that they actually made me look older. So having a really good quality lash and brow serum is key. Now, the one that I've been using recently is Typology. It's a French company that I really, really love, and I just love that most of their products are in the 95 to 98% naturally derived ingredients. It makes my eyebrows stay full, it makes my lashes stay long, and just really have that nurtured feeling. And I'm telling you, ladies, we need this at this age and at this stage of our life. And who doesn't want to wake up in the morning and say like, oh, wow, my eyebrows look fuller, my lashes look healthier, and you just look like the best version of you. And that's what we're talking about. I'll keep this one kind of short because I feel like I talk about this on every video, but it's a real problem for me. And that is the dry lips that I have. I think I got sunburned a couple weeks ago at the beach, and my lips have just never recovered. So using a lip exfoliant is key. It is an essential. We get drier, and especially if you're in menopause. I've been in menopause for over 2 years now myself. Everything gets drier, and especially your lips. They start getting more pruny, they start getting more shrivelly. So you want to get all that dead skin off. So use a lip exfoliant. I'll leave my favorite one linked down below. And then also making sure that you're using some kind of a lip plumper that's really moisturizing to make your lips go from that pruny look to a more juicier and fuller look without having to get injections. That's what we want. Raise your hand if you are a skincare junkie. I am for sure. I love testing new skincare. I love making sure that I am just using products that are clinically proven to give me great results. But here's one thing that you gotta remember. If you're using effective and really powerful skincare on your face, don't forget about your hands. This is an area that I have struggled with before, and I'm telling you, I feel like I'm really getting somewhere. And I'll tell you why. Because when I use my retinol on my face, guess what I do next? Boop, boop, a little drop on my hands, and I put that retinol on, and it makes such a huge difference in your skin. Think about it. If you're using it on your face, why would you want like crusty, old looking hands? We want everything to kind of match. Now, I am just a veinier, thinner skin person, and it is such a struggle. Like, the struggle is real, but there are things that we can do. And this little micro habit, it does not take you very long, right? You're already putting it on your face, so just take a little pump on your hands. And then I would suggest, of course, once your retinol is absorbed in, some kind of a deep moisturizing. I personally love castor oil. It's thick. Like I said, I use it on my feet. It's really moisturizing. And on the days, I don't do it every day, but on the days that I do, the next day, I'll be like, girl, your hands are looking nice. They are looking good. So don't forget about your hands, especially when it comes to these more clinically proven skincare ingredients like retinol. So when I was in my 20s, I used to dye my hair all the time. I used to change hair colors. I had blonde hair. I used to dye it darker at one point. I had kind of a reddish hair at one point. And then at one point I did a double process blonde, and we used to do it ourselves, which is absolutely insane. I remember one time I actually burned my scalp with the dye because I had no idea what I was doing. So please don't do that. So one thing that I've noticed now that I'm 50 is my hair is so much healthier. I didn't have any of that hormonal hair loss after having my daughter 5 years ago. I was very, very lucky. And I've noticed that since living in Miami, my hair is so much thicker, fuller, healthier, and grows so much longer. And so here's why I think. Number one, I stopped bleaching the absolute my hair by getting highlights every 6 weeks. I haven't had highlights in 4 years. I actually dye my hair at home. Number two, I don't wash my hair that frequently. I wash my hair 1 to at most 2 times in a week. I used to wash my hair every single day. You don't need to do that. And number three, what I do, and this is the key here, this is the micro habit that if you're not already doing it, on your hair wash days, the last day, when you cannot go any further, here's the new habit you're gonna adopt. You're gonna give yourself a hair mask. I personally like doing a coconut oil hair mask. Use unrefined virgin coconut oil, something that you would cook with or actually ingest, right? Put it in a smoothie or what have you. You put it on your hair, all over your hair, on the ends of your hair. You can massage it into your scalp, and then you have a slick back bun day. Yes, I said day. So you're not doing a quick little 20-minute mask. No, you want to give yourself a full day with that mask, with a slick back look, if you can. If you absolutely hate that style, then at least put it on overnight. But I'm telling you, doing a hair mask and leaving it on for a really long time is going to heal your hair. And especially as we get older, it starts getting, grays, which I have a ton of grays. It starts getting more wiry. It starts needing that moisture from the inside. So do yourself a favor and do the hair mask. Like I said, I like doing the coconut oil. My hairdresser in New York at one point said, Tracy, you can just leave conditioner. He was like, after someone, goes from brown to blonde, he was like, I will tell them to sleep in conditioner. Just put it all over their hair. slick their hair back, go to sleep, and just to really get that deep, deep hydration. And honestly, this is a micro habit that we all need, especially if you're over the age of 40. Speaking of hair, another game-changing thing that I started implementing is using a scalp scrubber on my hair wash days. Why? Our scalp gets dirty, especially if you're only washing your hair like 1 or 2 times a week, and I get that like itchy feeling, and so I want to make sure that I'm really exfoliating my scalp. They say that this also helps with hair growth, so maybe that factored in. I have no idea, but it's literally only like $10 on Amazon, and this little scrubby thing, it makes such a huge difference. You know, I sometimes will get a blowout at a salon here in Miami, and I hate it when they like kind of paw my hair and don't really like get in there and scrub my scalp. It drives me crazy. So you don't have to ruin your little manicure by doing that yourself. Just get yourself a scalp scrubber, and I'm telling you, you can thank me later for this micro habit. No one's gonna look 10 years younger if you're not sleeping. So now I want to share a couple things that you can start implementing right now that are going to change your sleep game. Get a sound machine or have an app on your phone. That's what I do. I would like to actually get a proper sound machine like the one that I have in my daughter's room, because I'm realizing that it's probably going to be a very good idea for me to get the phone out of the bedroom. But that's a whole other video and conversation. Get yourself a sound machine. You need it. Why? Our brains are wired. You're probably thinking a lot of things. If you're like me, you know, I live in an area where it's, you know, pretty suburban for living in a city, but sometimes I'll hear animals. I'll hear cats fighting or even peacocks, and we don't want that. So having the sound machine, it just drowns out any sound. And I notice the difference that it makes for my daughter and her sleep. And if you're anything like me, you've got a snoring husband. And as a result, that can really affect my sleep. So one way that I really get better sleep and I wake up looking prettier and feeling rested and just feeling like the absolute best version of myself is having that sound machine out. The next thing that you want to do if you have a husband or a partner or someone in your life that snores is you want to get them the Breathe Right nasal strips. This is bananas. My husband is a snorer, and he had a little cold. And so it was like, are you kidding me? Like, it was driving me crazy. I was like, I can't sleep. And you know, this is my bedroom. I'm not gonna leave my own room because you're snoring and it sounds like you're cutting down trees. So instead, what did I do? I got up my phone and I got on Amazon and I got him the Breathe Right strips. Saved our marriage. I can sleep, he can breathe, he's sleeping more restfully, I'm sleeping more restfully, and when we sleep more restfully, guess what happens? We look better, we feel better. It's amazing. So if you haven't tried them already, this is your sign to get them right now. This micro habit is so easy. It literally takes seconds, and if you're not doing it right now, I want you to start. Use electrolytes. I never used them until about a year ago. Game changing. Here's why. We are often mineral deficient, okay? And when we're mineral deficient, everything gets affected. And if you're not using electrolytes, you're not getting that deep hydration from the inside out, which is gonna make your skin look more dehydrated. You're gonna start getting that crepey look. You're gonna have less energy. You're not gonna be able to focus as well. I mean, the list of complaints if you are dehydrated goes on and on and on. So start using electrolytes. What ones do you want to use? I don't care. I'll leave a couple down below that are some of my favorites. I try different ones. I love them. I think it is an absolute game changer because we need those minerals. We need the support for our body, and it really makes a huge difference. So one thing that I notice when I'm consistent with using electrolytes, I feel better, I sleep better, I have better focus, better energy. But here's another little fun fact with electrolytes. If you're going to have a cocktail or two in the evening, make sure you're drinking electrolytes pre-game and post-game. You can thank me later. I'm not gonna say it's a hangover cure, but I am gonna say it helps. Okay, speaking of having a cocktail, I just started implementing this. This is huge. When we're talking about supplements that are really game changers and really do what they say they're going to do, if you're not already taking glutathione, this is your sign to start immediately. Glutathione is a powerful antioxidant and detoxifier. So especially if you know that you're gonna be having a cocktail or something, we want to pre-game with a glutathione packet. It also can help to brighten and even out your skin tone. And that makes sense, right? Because if it's an antioxidant and you're flooding your body with antioxidants, that's always gonna give you that glow and that more youthful looking appearance. It helps to boost your immunity. It supports cellular repair, and it's even anti-aging. And that is a micro habit that I can absolutely get behind. So how long does it take? Well, I like to use the Symbiotica glutathione packets. I get them on Amazon, and it literally takes me about 3 seconds to eat a little glutathione packet. Now, I do want you to know one thing. They say it's like a citrus berry taste. I think it tastes like you're eating an acidic pine tree. I don't love the taste, but I do love the effect. And especially on a day when I know like I might have a drink or two, or just like been going out a bit and just kind of like taxing and sort of toxing my body, I definitely will take a pre-game glutathione packet so that I'm really supporting my body in the best way that I can. Okay, let's get back into our body here. So our skin, right? I am very pale. I talk about this all the time, but a real confidence booster and something that like anytime if I go to the beach, anytime if I'm going to like a pool party, anytime, even if I have like a good night out and I'm wearing something like today, where I'm wearing sort of like a shorter skirt, if I'm showing my legs at all, you better believe that I'm going to use my self tanner. And I love the Beauty by Earth self tanner. I've talked about it for years on my channel. Get on this train. I think it just gives the most beautiful, natural, like you kind of can't mess it up. Do use a mitt when you apply it. That's just key so that you have a really good even application. But I'm telling you, the Beauty by Earth tanner, it is fantastic. And I just started using it on my face as sort of like, almost like a natural contour or sort of like a sun-kissed look. So here's what I mean by that. They have a specific one that's just for your face, so I do use that one for my face. I just get it on like a little beauty blender, and I do my actual cheekbones, not below, because we don't need to drag our face down. I do here, and I do my forehead, and then I do a little bit underneath like my jaw and through this area, the J-Lo. What does she call it? The light bulb area, okay? And it just gives you, it's so subtle because you're putting it on a dry beauty blender. That's key, okay? Just kind of putting it on there. There's no color, so it's not like one of those tanners where you can actually see. But I'm telling you, if you want a confidence boost, and especially as we get older, we get veinier, we get cellulite, we get knees that are not what they used to be, or sometimes I'll just take my thigh and like lift it up and be like, oh, that's 20, well, this is 50. We love ourselves, right? But I also do want to do every little thing that I can to feel my most confident. And for me, that means having a little tan. And I like to practice safe sun, so I use the Beauty by Earth. Here's something new that I've been doing, and I really think that it makes this cool difference. And that is using an inner eye like waterline highlighter. Now here's what I mean. When I do my makeup, I generally will do a very light kind of taupe eyebrow pencil underneath my eye. That will sort of open the eye a little bit. But then when I put that highlighter in there, it just makes you look alive. It makes you look awake, and it definitely shaves off a good 10 years off your appearance. How does it work? I don't know why. I just think because I use like sort of a champagne color. Don't do the Alex Earl white line. That's too much, especially if you're over 40. I just think it's too aggressive, but getting a champagne color. That's what I like to use, and of course I will leave my favorite ones linked down below. I've started using the Wonder Skin one. It lasts a really long time, but it does give you just this little glint of shimmer and light. And anytime we have a little bit more light along our face, it's gonna make you have a little bit more of a youthful appearance. So definitely try this out. I like to use it in my inner corners and then also in my waterline, and it just brightens up the eyes a little bit, and it just makes you look better. And finally, if you have applied your makeup, let's make it last. I live in Miami. It's always humid. I was tired of always having like a greasy little forehead. So I started using setting spray, a finishing spray, and I love it. And it really does make a difference. It makes your makeup last. You can talk, you can eat, you can drink, you can be in a hot area. It's very humid here, and I don't get the grease, and I love that. It is a matte finish, the one that I like, but I also just love how it just makes my makeup last, and it again gives you that little confidence boost, and that's what we all want. So that's what I've got for you today. Some of these micro habits are a little bit extra, yes, I get that, and some are just like, duh, why was I not doing that? So I hope that you are going to implement some of these micro habits, and let's get active in the comments. Let me know what habit you are committed to. I know that some of these for me are new and are absolute game changers, and you know, in this community we love looking and feeling our best at any age and any stage. If you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, check out this video next. I'll see you there.